The room where you go in there and shabba mama mama, shabba mama mama mama. Gave him the house. As many as received him, not just believe. A lot of people believe who have never received him. A lot of people believe in him. A lot of people are nominal Christians. A lot of people intellectually believe in Jesus. A lot of people historically believe in Jesus who have never received him. We've seen them all over the news the last couple of days, right? Quoting the Bible, didn't want to tell us to keep it out. As many as received it, to them, who is that? Says me. He gave what? For what? Somebody shout to manifest. Right? Even to them that believe on what? Now who is this talking about? Next verse says what?
Which were born
Not of blood.
Nor of the will of flesh.
Stop! This tells me you are not here because your baby wanted a girl. This tells me you're not here because of a one-night stand between your mama and your dad. This tells me that you are not here as a result of a man and a woman desiring to have kids. That was just preliminary to manifest the will of the Father. You are not here because man wanted you. Which were born not of blood. Tell your neighbor, you are no longer a Jones. You are no longer a Watson. You are no longer a Johnson. You are no longer a William. You were not born for that. You were not born for that. That's why you shouldn't let that define how you live the rest of your life. You were not born to connect to them. You were not born for that purpose to always be associated by them. You were not born for that. That's why the enemy tries to dominate your thinking with all that's happening in that bloodline. Because he wants you to get trapped into thinking that you were born for abuse. He says, you were not born. This had nothing to do with blood, nothing to do with the will of the flesh, nothing to do with the will of man. The will of the flesh speaks of all sexual interactions that produce or bring men into the world. Rape, molestation, incest, it don't matter. It don't matter who the mailman was. It does not, y'all know some of y'all still stressing out over the delivery system of how you got into the earth. And at this point you ought to decide, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Look at somebody tell them I'm here. Hey! And I'm here to bear the image of the Son. You're going to time the rest of your life over who the mailman was. I don't even know who the mailman was. He ain't even never even called me. He ain't even never even done nothing for me. He ain't even never sent me no birthday card. He ain't even never. You were born for that. Who cares who the mailman was? You were not born for that. Which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man. Why were you born? Tell your neighbor, this was a God thing. Come on, tell somebody, this was a God thing. This was a God. It doesn't matter if she was raped. It does not matter if my granddaddy is really my daddy. It does not matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter unless you let it matter. And it doesn't matter unless you let it define the balance of your life and earth. So now you want to be mad at your mama because she won't tell you who your daddy is instead of going, who cares? Shout, this thing is of the Lord. Somebody shout it like you know who you are. This thing. Tell your neighbor, this holy preacher you sit next to is of the Lord. This sanctified vessel is of the Lord. System was. It doesn't matter how broken, how decrepit, and how dysfunctional the delivery system was. It does not matter if the mail came bruised. I got the package. Listen. Come on. Anybody ever got your mail and it's all your milk. And if it's a chick, you don't care what it look like. And then we have this treasure in earthen vessels. You are not born of the will of blood. You are not born of blood. You are not born of the will of flesh. You are not born because a man wanted a child. You were born because God wanted a son. God wanted sons. You're born because God wanted holy offspring. You're born because God has an agenda to bring transformation. You're born because God needs voices in the earth. You were born because God needs vessels through which God demonstrates His grace and power and glory and fullness. You were born as a result of the will of God. Verse 14 says what?
And the Word was made
And
flesh,
the Word was made flesh.
and dwelt among us. And we beheld His glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father,
What?
full of grace and truth.
Y'all see that? So now watch this now. Watch this now. The point is, you were here on purpose. Listen, John was born miraculously. Tell your neighbor, so were you. You know how many times your mama's had an abortion before you came along? You realize how much went on to get you here? And then now you want to be stuck over the details of a dysfunctional situation? Instead of moving on into fullness? I say unto you it does not matter. I say unto you think not of it anymore. Y'all got that?